Hast du die Änderung ja committed schon von letztem Video?
Ups. Okay.
Sehe ich hier auch die Chats? Oder sehe ich das nur im YouTube?
Also kannst du einfach da oben gucken, aber im Prinzip nur im YouTube.
Nur im YouTube. Ja, aber wenn ich jemandem antworten will oder so,
YouTube.
muss ich hier haben.
Ja.
Da brauche ich gar
The sound is on. Here we are. New setup, a bit different, but still worth. Hey everyone!
Hello everyone!
Hi Mikkel, hi Minu, nice to see you. Was quite a fight with the flight. Mahtab, are you ready?
I'm the master of ants. How are you doing today, guys?
How are you? Okay. So you immediately see, today we are prepared. The Android emulator is running. The project is running. I tested everything.
Perfect.
I clicked already on the buttons, so all works.
Unfortunately, come on. That was always a fun to fight with everything.
Hey Yogesh, nice to see you. How are you?
We are also fine.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, very good. Fine and safe,
Thank you.
say. Yeah, thanks.
So proud of it. I think you can find them on the merch shop. So
if you're interested, give it a try.
So really funny because I have also my name on the back somehow. Yeah, try.
Yeah, go for it.
Like here.
Yeah,
so
Flutter explained with Max.
So sorry, that was needed to say that because I'm so proud on that stuff. Okay, but yeah, so ready to go.
Yeah,
we have
ready to go.
Hello everyone, nice to see you. Okay, so Mahtab, what have we done the last time?
Good question.
Good question.
I think that was last Tuesday. What did we do? I drove. Oh?
Yes, you draw.
And so I think that was with the form control.
Correct.
Isn't it? I think the add recipe screen. When you jump to the add recipe screen, now we should responsive. Mino said responsive. I think the responsive design was the session before that, as you did, Max.
Okay, so we can take a look in what has actually changed.
Perfect.
So we added a new Boolean with is image selected. If you remember, we had that with that container that we can click it. Currently it's not with Firebase, and it is not really planned to work with Firebase. It is more like an offline app that should right away work, so that we can add the images and the name and everything directly in an SQL flight or Hive or any other database that is locally at the moment. But maybe in the future we will find another app that we can connect with Firebase.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but
we can give it a try for this one. Actually, the initial idea was just to have the local.
Because it doesn't have to share with someone, right? It's just for yourself, that you can scan a recipe from the internet, save it down here, and it works.
Hey,
Monsieur Suter. How are you?
Yeah. So after that, I think we did we had some form controls.
We can check down here. We have our first validator running, right?
Yeah.
Please provide a recipe name that we can see. If I press here submit, we get right now the validator up here, which is pretty good already.
Yeah.
And if we're looking a bit down, we find, okay, we have made something with media queries, like 30%. I think we checked some containers here for different screen sizes. I think we can maybe collapse that one or turn that around. And we can now scroll the whole thing, right? That was the week before. And what we actually did the last time was that decoration image. Wait a second. I hope the keyboard is not too loud for you guys, because we swapped a bit the setup. As you can see both of us, and not one is just looking all the time that way.
The half of one of us in the screen.
Yeah.
That was not nice. Okay.
Okay, and then we said something like, if the image is null, which we have a boolean for, I think we can replace that in a second. But if the image is not null, we show the decoration image with a blend mode, so that is a bit darker. And else we show nothing.
Yes.
So that is that part, I think, that whole picture here. So if we click on that and we allow the device to access our photos, we will have access to our downloads, for example. But that said, we don't have a picture that we can use out of the gallery. So
we don't have at all. I think it should be some default photos in Android also.
I don't know. As you could see, there is none. So I would recommend we go to Unsplash, for example.
Go for it.
And
no, but you can also ask. These are recipes. Oh, you can just find a recipe.
Should I search for a recipe?
I would say.
Can you say a recipe? Hey Mohammed, do you want to explain our topic for today?
What is the topic? This is a good question. So actually, I don't know if you know about it or not. The application which we are trying to develop is a save recipe app, which should actually just save the screenshot from different recipes that we can find in internet in our application. And after that, we want to put it in the different categories. And just save them for later when we want to cook it again. This is the initial idea, and today it's a good question. I think I would like to learn a bit more about the new dev tool. I would suggest that,
that would be great.
Yeah.
But actually we are completely open, and if you have some ideas, Mohammed, what you want to see besides of Firebase, then give us a hint, just tell us. And what I do in the meantime, I created a screenshot somewhere. And because I want to show you a very cool feature, if you have an image that you want to have in the download folder, you take the image and just drag and drop it into the emulator.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And you saw a short notification, and now the image is actually on the device.
Honestly?
So here it is. So we can use that right away. So it's pretty cool tooling to directly use that stuff.
Is it just possible in Android, or is it also possible in iOS?
Good question. I didn't check that out, to be fair. The data where will they be saved? At the moment, we have the plan to save it in an SQL flight or in a Hive database. We are not sure yet which one we take. I think Hive is at the moment a hot topic. Everyone likes it. Yeah, I also checked out the repository there. And Hive has some benefits about performance that is above the SQLite. At least that is what they say with their own performance tests. But I think it would be a cool feature to add.
Is the Hive something new?
Well, it was new to me. I didn't know that package before. But I think it was already implemented in other technologies, so it could be already something old. A Rive splash screen. Yeah, this was cool. That would be fantastic, that's true.
Hive is super cool and super fast. Okay.
So we have some fanboys for Hive, that's also good.
The mic is a little bit too far from you because the sound is low.
Okay, so is it too far from me? Then I can maybe increase it a little bit. Maybe the sensitivity is a bit higher now. Is that better?
I hope that's gonna be better.
Else I can try to shout a little bit.
No, come on. And Firebase. Yeah, this is a good topic with perfect. The microphone is better now. Firebase is always a good topic and always interesting. But yeah, as Max said already, maybe in future application.
Yeah. Can we create a project on a particular platform? Like if I want to have a desktop project, then we don't need Android and iOS files in the project. Can I avoid creating those files? You can just delete them if you don't need them. Frankly said, so I think that should work. Okay,
so perfect.
So we have that image now, and I can select that. And as you see, what we have done is at the moment that it's getting like a whitish background, right? So an overlay of white, so that we still see the icon. And why is that important? Because if we have a very colorful picture here, then we would have that white overlay on top of it so that we see the icon still.
Yeah, but I see something that we didn't fix, that we can see still the error message, right?
Correct. Yep, that is one.
So maybe this is the first thing that we should fix it.
Can this project have architecture in app? So I'm not sure what do you mean with architecture in app. It will have some kind of architecture, I hope. Else we would come into trouble sooner or later. What I would really love to see also in the future sessions is that we go through testing still.
This would be great,
a very big topic that we have never counted somewhere. Thank you, Arvin. It was fantastic to talk there. The Flutter India was amazing. And
the Flutter Saudi Arabia was also amazing.
Yeah.
That was our first talk. And that was great. And also my first tech talk.
Yeah.
So I was pretty anxious.
But we had a lot of fun at the end, and that is the most important thing.
And tomorrow I have a Q&A session with Maze. Maybe you know her from, I don't know, from other talks that we had. And we will speak about, actually it's just Q&A, so question and answer, and some discussion about Flutter and also about our background, what we have done and how we come to Flutter and software development. So if you guys are interested, join us.
Yeah, so, but enough from the advertising for ourselves. Let's go back into code. Okay, now we have a stack here in that place.
So do you want to, this is just the history.
Yes. I just want to go through what we have done the last time. And in this stack, I think that is where we had the camera icon and everything. And this background image with everything that has been in place.
Yeah.
We have the image picker here and is image selected. Cool. Okay, so but we found already a bug, right? So I would say start with the bug.
Let's jump into it and fix the bug.
All right, so let's have a look. We have here the error message still, even though that the part is already in place. So what I will do, I have to check here a bit. Yep, so this will be this. We can close that off. Is the font size okay for you guys? Can you read everything? Is everything in the right place? As you wish. And in the meantime, I'm searching for the right screen. I think that was the add recipe screen, right?
Exactly.
Perfect. This is what I want to hear, Minu. Thank you. Okay, so what have we done? Wow, that is such a big thing. I think we have to split that sooner or later in widgets, right? So
yeah, it would be better.
I think we have 200 lines. For me, like a rule of thumb is always 200, right?
Yeah.
And then we should maybe clean it, make it a bit smaller. But yeah, let's keep it for now and check where we can do that. So we have is image selected. If I'm right, this is image selected is our boolean. This checks if the image is unequal to null.
Yes.
Right? So if we check for this value, we can see nothing. Ah yeah, I can close the
project menu.
And as you can see, it is exactly the opposite. Is image selected is equal to null. Is image selected? So we check if the image is null. Is image not selected?
Wait a minute, what did we do? The is image selected is in default false, right?
Correct, yes. Because at the beginning we don't have an image. But now we check here for image is equal to null.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. I would say this is the wrong way to do so. So maybe we should do that. Oh, sorry, wrong keyboard. So this one, make that unequal to null and restart the whole thing. Most likely now something will break, but that's fine for now. I just want to make it more readable because is image selected would be exactly the opposite. We want to check that the image has a value inside, right? Okay, so we go back to our screen. This is still working because it's still false. If I submit now, the error message is not shown anymore. But this is okay because this is just meaning that wherever we have that part here, that would be this one, I think. We have the align with the please select an image, and this would be exactly the opposite, right? So now we show the error message, and if we select an image and have setting the state, so I select once more the image, should we now update already the error message?
I would say it should be disappear actually right away.
So that would be part of this image picker, right? Because now the image is selected.
And after that we should set the is image selected to true.
Correct, yes. So and I would do that directly in the set state. So is image selected? And what we will do is just set that to true, right?
Yeah.
Or better, yes. So we just can set that to true.
Or we can just say
or better we check against the image itself again. So if image is unequal to null, just to make sure that there is really an image coming back, because that could be also null, right? If I cancel the selection. So for example, I'm going into this screen and I go back, this will be null.
Okay.
So the question is now we validate right away. So as soon as we are coming out of the screen with the image picker, we directly validate. So we get immediately the error message.
So Max, a question.
Yes.
Can we, instead of is unequal to null, say with the question mark?
With the two question marks.
Yeah.
Then we would say
is image selected question mark is equal to image, like that, instead of unequal to. Do you know what I mean?
I think you mean something like this.
No.
No.
No, not the operator.
Do you want to work with null safety?
I wanted to.
I think that will not be possible here.
Okay, because we are stable.
Yeah, no,
stable
but
channel,
still, if we would have something like the image, and this has a function, like for example, path.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't want to run into null safety problems, then we could add here a question mark.
Yeah.
So. But we don't want to access something on that object. So we will not get this part. But it's a good question for the null safety. This is very important. Okay. But let's jump here again into, and as you see now, we see the error message right away, which is not good, I think.
No.
So the question is now, why do we see that right now?
Arvin is asking, how did you get the symbol? Which symbol do you mean?
Do you mean this one?
Do you mean the icon? Or this symbol?
Yeah, it could be. So if he means this unequal sign, that comes from the font
unequal, yeah.
Yeah, from this one. So enable font
ligatures.
Ligatures?
I don't know.
So
I would
these
say.
things. I have added them, and because I use Fira code medium, which supports font ligatures, it works. So with that, you can see down here some examples, like 3 equal signs. If I add these, you see it's getting like these 3 big, very big equals through the line and all this stuff. I created there a Twitter account on a Twitter feed, I think somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I created videos for that, for Visual Studio and for Android Studio Code. For Visual Studio Code and Android Studio. Maybe you can share that once more.
Yeah, we can share it again.
If you find that. Cool, but still, we have the error message, and now I'm getting confused. So I reload the page once more. And if I'm coming now into it, we have set the value to unequal. Okay, if we're coming into the page, we don't want to show the error message. So instead of calling this is image selected, I would call that more shows error message or something. So let's see how I can change that. Shift F6, something like that. Yeah. So is error or image error visible? And I think with that it makes more sense. And I tell that it is not visible, so it sticks with false. But now I can change these parts here. So if the image is selected, the error will be visible if it is null. So, and the same thing, then we can turn this one around. Where is it? I think here. We can turn that one around, and also the same thing, we have to change that one. Because now it makes sense. So,
Okay.
so I turned, again, the operators around.
As previous?
Yeah, as previous, but I renamed the file is image error visible. So
Okay.
that we exactly know what happens here.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if it is
okay.
not selected, then it works. Okay. So bug is fixed. If we submit here, we get the error messages. That's fine. We can enter now a name, like for example, I don't know.
Chicken.
Chicken masala. And we can choose something here. I think it's rice, right?
Chicken is chicken.
Chicken is, oh yeah, you're so right. Well done. And we can choose an image. But now, as you can see, the error message is not hiding.
Why?
There
I
is a
have a
reason for
because
that.
of that.
Exactly, because we don't auto-validate in that case. So what we could do is just add here one line that is, oops, sorry, here, that calls auto-validate.
Yes, set
And
it
then we
to true.
just set it to true.
Perfect.
Yeah, Indian food. I love Indian food. It's just hard to cook for myself. We don't have so big fry pans.
Yeah. And the Mino is asking, when you restart the app, images have shadow when loading. Instead of that, will be better using Shimmer.
What is Shimmer?
I don't know. I've never heard about that.
So let's Google for that. If Mino is saying it, it has to be something cool.
Shimmer, Flutter.
I should maybe Flutter, yeah. So it is a package. Okay. A package providing an easy and shimmer effect in loading. Ah, okay, it's a loading spinner. Oh, that would be one option. If I can give you a better option, in my opinion, a better option, that would be Blur Hash. And Blur Hash is like the best tooling that I know for images, because you get like this placeholder image, and as soon as it has loaded as a network image, you really get a real image there. And that's pretty cool. And welcome to the Flutter Explained family, Shika.
Thank you for subscribing. Yeah.
So the problem with that is we have to create a hash for that.
Yeah.
And that means we have to have somewhere the image. If we have that, for example, in Firebase storage, we could create a hash out of that image and then put it there in place. Or if we have it as an asset, we could have that also somewhere saved. The problem is in that case, we don't have it. That. But the image should load first.
Yeah, I know that,
yes.
but the image should be loaded. Yeah. Blur Hash and Cache Networks are awesome. Cache Networks should be also another package.
Exactly, but I think Mino is right. We could use the Shimmer instead, and could use that like a placeholder loading spinner for us. I'm not sure how this works, so if you guys are interested, we could try that. Async helps. I think we are async already or not. Right, the images are getting anyway loaded as a network image, and I think this creates the problem because the image is not loaded yet. And what we would need is, I don't know if this is possible, if the network image has like something like an intermediate image, but we can check that out, I think. Because you are absolutely right, for a user it looks very awkward if the image is just hidden somewhere. So we have the dashboard screen, that is our. Is this okay if we take that XStore with the images? I think that's fine.
Well, I think it's fine.
We can do that. So let's have a look. We have the height here, category, screen, curve. Yep, no, but close enough. So, and we have to close that off, so we have a bit more space. Thank you. And the icon button, this is on the top, and then we have sliver padding, we have all that stuff. I think I can just search for a network image. Here we go. And the question for me is, can we add here something? No, we can't. So what we would have to do, and I don't know if this is possible even, it's a good question. Is it possible to create a placeholder for these network images? And for this, I'm going back to Google. Flutter network image placeholder. Yes, yes. So
Perfect,
everyone knows about it, but just me.
Display. Yeah, I don't know either.
Now I'm feeling a bit bad. But cool.
Placeholder and catching.
FadeImages with a placeholder. The default image network constructor doesn't handle more advanced functionality. Okay, this is bad. Such as fading images in after loading or caching images to the device after they are downloaded. To accomplish these tasks, see the following recipes. Okay.
Fade or?
I think we just take the fade part here. And what we have here is pretty cool. So when displaying image using default image widget, you might notice that simple pop up into the screen as they are loaded. Exactly. It looks awkward, which is absolutely true. Instead, wouldn't it be nice to display a placeholder at first and then the image? So I think that is what Shimmer is all about, or I think the Shimmer is just a box. Yeah, it's just a widget where we can put something inside.
That you can wrap your wrap your image.
Yeah, and I think we will use that with FadeImages in that case. So we would say something like the Shimmer is the first thing that we use, and after that we load the other thing.
So
I checked already the Velocity X, but I find it at the moment very hard to come into. There is like getting started would be fantastic at that area. I think there are some very good videos of the creator of the Velocity X package. The name is, I don't remember the name right now. I think MT Tech is his MT Tech Vital is his YouTube channel. Yeah, but what I would like to do is trying this Pavan. Exactly, thank you. So what I would like to do is to add this Shimmer package to our pubspec.yaml and try it out. Huh?
Okay.
So jumping here, we go to the pubspec.yaml, we add that down here. Voila, another big dependency. And what we will do now in our dashboard screen is we will search for all the network images, and I make that smaller again. And instead of having the network images like we do here, we would use the fade image transition.
Yeah.
And we'll have as a placeholder the Shimmer package, and then we will show the image after some seconds. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, but go out first for the FadeInImage, and after that we can see how does it look like, and after that add the Shimmer to it.
Sure. Okay. So when displaying an image, yes, this is exactly what we want to do. So FadeInImage works with images of any type, in memory, local asset, and image from the internet. Perfect. So in memory is wrong, asset bundle is wrong.
We need a network.
And the only one that we don't have. Okay. So it will be most likely FadeInImage and then dot network, hopefully. So let's see if this is true. So we have here the this part. So FadeInImage dot network. Oof.
Asset network, isn't it?
Is it?
I would say.
Okay, let's have a look. What's there else? There is no
memory network.
So let's check the asset network and and the cool. Whoops. Oh, cool. Good to know. And the good thing is about that, what I see right now. Sorry, I have to remove that once more because that image is a bit in this space. So I delete that for now. So we have the fade image, right? FadeInImage. And now we say we have the asset network or the memory network. And
what
I think
is the difference?
The memory network will most likely, as I read it here, will be in memory allocation. That means it is already somewhere on your device and you can just re-render that thing. So as you see, it's taking that from the internet and saves it down on your device in memory. So
this means when one time it's already loaded,
it will
gonna be in there.
Way faster the second time. Exactly. I think we can use that too because it's anyway getting from the internet, as I can see. And the placeholder is a constant in that case. They created one widget, a constant widget that they reused here. That is fantastic. You can double check that, how that works. Okay. Yes, I mean caching, or at least I think that this image is getting cached from the memory network. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. So local asset or images from the internet. Okay, so what have we else from asset bundle? But even the asset bundle, they just You can also consider using local assets for placeholders. First, the image is not what I thought, or let's read once more. Use the transparent image package for a simple transparent placeholder. No, this is something else.
Can you scroll a little down so in the example?
Yep.
No, before. Yeah, here.
Okay, so we have a center with a circular progress indicator.
Yes.
And we have a transparent image, so I think this is just a transparent box. And then the image is getting inside of this transparent box. And that's why we see the circular loading spinner, which is on top of the stack, right? On the bottom of the stack. And after a while, the transparent image is on top of that.
Okay.
And then we have asset bundle. That loading is a GIF? No, but why do we have the circle progress indicator up here?
I think this is the circle. This is our GIF actually.
This K-transparent image is just because of the package here, that transparent image package. This is just a box that is transparent, so there is nothing inside. I sent a transparent image, so it's just a picture that is invisible. Yep. It's exactly as I said, the circle spinner is this one. And then we have the fade image here. And now from the asset bundle, what do we have here? So here is a GIF inside. You mean this one, okay. So, okay, so they created their own loading part. Oh, sorry, Arvin. Yeah, I have some music in the background. If this is annoying, just say something. And if the sound,
Do we have any music?
You can't hear it.
Ah, okay, just for you guys.
It's just for the good ones. But if you want to have another or the next song, just enter skip or something into the chat message and I will skip it then for you. Okay.
Okay, and what's gonna be with the GIF? So we can also add GIF or what?
Correct, for the placeholder.
Ah, okay.
But what I don't see here is, or what I would like to see is that I can have a widget as a placeholder and replace it then. That's a bit weird that this is not possible, but display images from the internet? Is the image network? No.
This is the image network, but nothing additional.
Interesting. So it is not like I expected it, to be honest. So it is just a placeholder that is replacing it. So maybe this is why blur hash and so on is a very good solution, because that is a bit ugly, I think.
Well, let's give it a try.
We should give it a try,
yeah.
Okay. But then I would recommend that we use that upper here with that in memory.
Yeah.
Using widget will be the best idea, then using an asset as a placeholder from inside. Will be a best idea than using. Yeah, but the problem is in the between. So we would have to create for all the images a stack, or if I have that in mind, if I understand that right. So if we would use a widget, we can't, the network image has no identification when the image is loaded, right? So we would have like an invisible box. And
so that maybe we should also, like here, have always a circle progress indicator, and after that, on top of that, will our fade in image come. And what will happen if we just use the fade in image?
We need to use the fade in image anyway.
Yeah.
If we do that like this.
Just give it a try so that we see how does it look like.
Okay. So why not? So we can use that. We have the memory network. The placeholder needs now to be something that is coming from us, right? So that we have to deliver.
Okay.
So to make a bit more space so we can read.
Yeah.
So remove that. So this placeholder, as far as I have understood, is this uint list. And if we check once, oh wait, read something. So new image network, which has more details about loading image from the network. This is just the documentation for that. Yeah, but if I check back here, we can see now we have the placeholder, which is this K-transparent image, for example. Yeah.
So that we have a default transparent image as an asset or something like that?
Correct. No, it is a package actually. But we have also
so
again a dependency for us.
So many dependencies actually.
Yeah, and I don't really, to be honest, just for an empty package, I'm not sure yet if I like that.
Yeah.
Because it will be a lot of hassle to surround all the different parts with an own widget. So now I added somewhere a placeholder, sure. Where is it? That was not the recipe. I thought this was here, right?
Yeah.
So fade image.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So this placeholder can now be that K transparent to get the dependencies first. K transparent image, and the image itself would be our URL that we have somewhere. If I make this, oops. Now it's getting tricky. Here we go. We get this part here. So Command C and cancel. Okay, that was one too much. So now we get the image here with the memory network. That should work fine, I think. But we get some errors. Okay. A transparent image. Try correcting the name. That's very difficult to read. There's so much stuff going on our screen. So, could not resolve the package transparent image. Package transparent image dot error not found.
Mino said we should stop and start it again.
Oh yeah. Sometimes that helps. Voila. But this is not a good solution at the moment. I really don't like that. It's too much boilerplate, too much stuff surrounding each other.
Just for an
On
image.
the other hand, we could create a widget for that, so that this is always happening directly out of the box.
Something happened.
Yeah, I think this flexible spacebar on top here is now too small. This is the first thing that I recognize.
Okay.
So it's not anymore the whole screen.
Was something changed for the first appearance?
Hot reload once more, just to take a look. Yeah, you see it's now completely white instead of having it boxed.
Oh, okay, and appear really slowly.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, it solves
nice.
The first problem at least. The problem that I have with that solution is that the user has now no visibility at all about the things that are going on, right? So, and if we take a look into that placeholder, we could just add our own image. Yeah, this here is just a byte array at the end that is coming inside, and a byte array, an image can be a byte array, and that would be here in that place. So it is just an image at the end. Okay, so we have tried that.
Yeah,
now
but
we have
I
to
think
stretch it and so on and so forth.
I think it's
not
the
a good
solution is not
unfortunately. Can I use boxfit inside of that memory network? Let's see. Yeah, I can. Boxfit.cover. Save and have a look into the emulator. So now it's fitting at least something. You know, it's a win. But that empty part, it's still better than without the shadow. Actually, I would say. And the FadeIn looks very cool. That's also something to keep in mind, right?
Yeah.
It looks very nice. Let's say it this way. So if we reload once more, and I should keep that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are the controls for that Android emulator? You know what I mean? These dots and everything?
Oh no. Huh?
Ah, here they are. Okay. That was a bit weird. What I want to do is put them always on the top, that I can see the emulator always. On again. So. Okay. And now if once more hot reload. Yeah.
But what does a menu wanted to implement actually? We started that for doing something else. Which package was it?
The Shimmer package.
The Shimmer package.
But my problem with that is, what is alt space? Ah, can I hide? No, like that.
And the emulator.
Nah, it sounds fancy, but I don't have alt unfortunately on my Mac. Okay, but anyway, we have now this thing. We have at least one part successful, but I don't really like it. I hope we have a better solution for that. What I would...
What is happening there with K transparent image?
This K transparent image is an image, and you can see that it is a byte array which creates a transparent image. So it is really something that is completely invisible.
Okay, is it this blurry effect at the beginning?
The blurry effect? Yeah, exactly. This is why we see the fade-in effect, and we don't see the box shadow anymore, if you remember. All of that is gone, but for that we have a transparent image. Now what we could do to that is we could sorry, I have to come up with the keyboard. Hey, welcome! Another one in our community. So we can wrap the whole thing in a stack, right? And this has children. And now it's getting tricky. Yep, here we go. So, and this is correct. Fantastic.
You can.
And now inside of that stack, because we have a placeholder that is transparent on the background, we can put whatever we want on the bottom. So, and we have, for example, the Shimmer package, if you remember, right?
Okay.
Now your turn. Stack what comes on bottom of that, the first thing, and then the next thing comes on top of it, right? So we take that, was on bottom of that.
The circular spinelli, for example, or Shimmer. Yeah.
Give that Shimmer inside, I think.
Yeah.
Shimmer was the package.
Did you install it?
I installed it. I just don't know what is inside. So and what we have here is a child, for example. And I don't know what this child has to be. So let's have a look inside of
documentation.
Yep.
Thank you for awesome content about Flutter.
You're very welcome. I hope it helps you.
Yeah. Okay.
Shimmer package. So here, let's go. So we want to achieve something like that. So like that little box, that would be perfect. And what we have is it creates from color. So it gives a base color, highlight color, color's yellow. I don't know what this does, but we will see that in a second. And then as a child, it has a text. And I have the feeling that this text is what should appear after some time. Or use images as a child.
Yes. So there's gonna be, I think, this slide to unlock, inside. For example. Okay. Where's the text? Shimmer. Can you scroll up?
Yeah,
Where is Shimmer? Can you see Shimmer somewhere?
Yeah, that's the name.
No, I mean here, because
here down here the slide to unlock Shimmer.
Yeah, but this is as a string here.
No, this is what it will be inside. But I think Minu is right. What we can do, maybe, and I don't know, what we could do is say, we could still have to fight with the keyboard at the moment. So as a child, we could just use that fade image here. And then maybe we can even get rid of the stack, because I really don't like that here in that place. So we would have that Shimmer as a child.
Something,
we would, we can do that with the dot, but just give me a second. I want to clean up that first. Get rid of the stack and putting on the Shimmer. And now we get some issues, of course. Stop that for now because and this Shimmer needs some additional parameters, I think. So the child and the gradient is part of it. So instead of having a gradient, what I will do is whatever they did in the documentation, we say from colors, and now we have to define two colors. That is just the base color, which I give 0x, or can we take the standard or primary color of the app? I think that would be the best.
Yeah, we have the color palette actually, which we created.
The color palette?
Yeah, I thought we have a color palette.
Okay.
For our theme.
That could be. Let's check it out. I think we have a theme.dart, and we have a button color here.
Okay. So maybe you can create one.
We have a constant called K primary color. So what I would like to say is just we want to take the base color from our theme directly. So that's why we pass it the context into it and get the primary color of our app. So this is the base color.
And what is the primary color?
And I don't know. I think it was a pinkish thing. I don't know anymore. Okay. And the other color is the highlighted color. I think this is the second color. Would be the accent color in our case. Just to see how it works. If the colors are not matching and we don't like them, we can still change them. But just to have something. And the next thing what we can do, what I saw is the direction. And what I can imagine is that is the direction in which the Shimmer is going. So from left to right or from top to bottom and so on. But for now, I will keep that and start up our application again. That's cool, a new package. And I think that Shimmer package is a cool thing because you have all the time some placeholders that you need, especially if you work with network images. And
what I'm thinking is for this effect, we install 3 packages.
Not necessarily, because the transparent image.
We have the transparent image, we have the fade image, and the shimmer.
And I don't see the shimmer even. Now it's getting blue.
And it stay blue.
Okay, this is not what I expected. We have the primary color, which is blue most likely, and the highlighted color, accent color, that's... The accent color is blue, or... Provides an easy and convenient way to create a shimmer which gradient is linear gradient made up of base color and highlight color. I should remove the FadeInImage. Okay. But okay.
We did everything for that.
Let's check that out. Sorry, here we go.
Or you have to render separately before image loads.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The color from the docs. I think the color shouldn't be a problem. What I think is we have to do the stack thing, right? So that we have the fade image on top of that, and then we can use that. If I use network image, I think it will also not work, but we can try that by just cloning that outside. So image.network, getting the source, and here inside the source, I think this key will be we need this part. And we save the whole thing, and let's see what happens. So we reload. It's just getting to a color. Okay. So is the child required actually on that shimmer? It is required. So there has to be a child, something that is getting loaded. And we have the network image. Maybe I don't see something. I read from Tending Codes that he said you have to render separately before images load. I'm not knowing what this means, but what I can...
We have base color and highlight color, and this is the only parameters that we should... Max, instead of a network image, container, okay. No, yeah.
I just want to
try
something.
I wanted to say instead of stripe with asset image.
Network call normal widget shimmer widget. You just try the same thing in example and try changing something. Well, yes. It is from the example. It is
this is actually the same.
I'm not completely wrong. So let's just copy that for now and let's see what happens there. But I'm pretty sure it will not change a thing.
I think you have, you need one more. I think.
One more?
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought one more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fantastic. So now, the text is shimmering now. So the child is what is shimmering. So this would be a container that is shimmering. So instead of having a text...
So what we want to have our image there.
I want to have the image? No, not the image. We want to have a container that is shimmering. Like container.
The background color?
Can we have that in full size? Like if we do that height 100 and width 100. Just want to see if this is shimmering around.
And give it a color, please.
The color is not necessary because this comes from here, I think.
No, I think you had it in your text.
Comes the text.
Yeah.
Where is the color? There is just the name Shimmer.
Oh, okay. The color red is on top of that, okay.
Yeah. Is a container not usable for that? That would be weird, or? But still, this wouldn't solve the problem with the stack. So I think anyway we have to have a stack with children. There's stuff here. Bed.
And what do you said if you have to need a stack? You can also use sizebox, something like that.
Yeah, but I need the stack if I want to have that shimmer on top of my image, because the image will be now a part of that, which comes it on top. It will come on top of this shimmer box, something like that. Here we go. And we have the box fit cover. That's fine. And the stack has now to be full sized. How can I do that?
What can you give as parameter to stack?
We will check. We can fit it.
Yeah.
So
stack fit
dot cover.
Expand, maybe?
Does it expand? Okay.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah. So let's check.
Yeah,
it does. The thing, cool. Okay, but now we have the shimmer, and why is it not visible anymore? Because it's on bottom, right? So we have the transparent image. Let me reload quickly. And we should see now the effect of the shimmer text on bottom, as you can see here. And now as soon as the image arrives, it's going away. But what I would like to have now is a box at the end.
A size box?
A sized box that takes this full space, gets the shimmer effect, and then it's getting replaced.
So instead of a text widget, we can replace that with...
The question is now, is this working with a box? And I think they use a sized box to have some that is around the shimmer. So maybe we should, instead of having the text down here, we have to surround that with a box, with a container.
But our shimmer is working for now.
Yeah, but what I want to have is a box instead of a text.
So shouldn't we replace the text widget with the container or with the size box?
But I tried that, remember, at the beginning?
Okay.
So if I have here a container with a width of 100, for example, and a height of 100, actually I thought this box would now be rendered with this red and yellow color.
Yeah, I thought.
But if I do reload, unfortunately, it is not getting taken from that.
Not at all.
So you see, there is no box somewhere. Not in the center. Maybe it's not visible. For that, we could wrap that in a center widget.
Something happened. No.
No. But no, there's no box, nothing. That's a bit sad, but is there an example? Yeah. So we have more examples for that. So let's have a look. The first My Road page is list tile with loading and slide. Okay, loading list page, exactly. So where is the container? We have a container with a column with an expanded shimmer from colors, which has a list view builder and a row and the first container. And I think this first container is exactly this small one here on the side. My question is, why is there it works and for us
But Max, why is the color of the container is white?
That's a good question. Should I change that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it has some
color. If you see something, guys, please let me know, right? Don't let me sweat. Malformat message.
no. So we need.
So it needs to have a color in order to change the color?
No.
Interesting. No?
Now we have a color which doesn't be considered under the red and yellow color will be displayed. No, you don't. What do you mean?
Well, at least we see the color now. That's good.
So now
but if I don't have a color, then we don't see it, right?
That is the container, so you need... Yeah.
Okay, so we have a color here now. And instead of red, I would like to have the same color like on that other one. So we take this colors gray and colors gray 100. I like that. Then it looks more
yeah,
like
it's more better.
So gray was it, right? But shade 300. And the highlight color
Don't you want to use const?
I will use const, yeah. But Maybe I can use that.
Wait, I will see if I can.
Yeah, can you check the colors out
Yeah.
for me? That would be fantastic. That will make it more sophisticated. Wait.
Yeah?
No, the problem that if you do it like you do it, you will have some problems with the shimmer effect. You don't know where it starts, where it is on. I guess container is not running if don't use any property of container. Yeah, that's true. So I think with height and width it was not enough. It really needed the color to override it somehow. But it's cool to know. I don't know. I like that somehow. And I think we have the property white anyway, so we can reuse that and remove that. I hope just that it works still. So now we can use here, we want to use that gray with 300. No? It's probably a drawing over the defined color, no color. Yep, exactly. I think the same. Maybe it's a problem with copy width, I think.
It's so funny, you get all the messages faster than me. I don't know why, I have always a delay.
Network.
Yeah.
So, but what you can see, if you search for the different shades of the color, you can just jump inside of the gray color. And what you see is you see all the different color types.
So we need which one?
This
the 500,
300 and 100.
Okay, perfect.
So I will take that. And now we can do the following. Const, check. Oops. Okay, maybe I should copy correctly. So let's try it again. Here we go.
Perfect.
And the other one was the highlight. And this is the const with the color 100. Cool. And now let's hot reload and let's see. Julio. Ah, look at that. A very nice shimmer effect from left to right. But we don't see the image anymore. Is it just loading or what do you think?
The K right is the right property?
It's a constant.
We made it. No, we didn't completely.
Huh.
So
here we go. Okay, it just took a while. Maybe the internet connection is weak or something.
Okay.
Perfect. But now, because we have to use this part all over the place, right? This stack and everything with the fade memory image, because we have there an image, here an image, there an image.
No, it's not a good idea.
What I would recommend is creating a widget for that, right? So this is a perfect use case for a widget that could be its own, right?
Actually, yes, but I don't know how our performance will be affected.
Me neither. I think we can try that.
How is the Adobe XD to Flutter concept?
That's a good question.
Is it good enough now? It's actually good. Is it good enough? But to get an idea how you want to start, maybe to create a widget or a project or something like that. But I think it's not good enough to just use it as a plugin and bring everything to your project and start right away, because you get too much boilerplate, I would say. Isn't it, Max? What would you say?
Yeah, not only that you have boilerplate, but it is very good, really. It's getting better and better every day. Is it now the perfect solution? Not yet, I would say. Still some problems there. But test it out. If it suits your needs, then it's perfect. But I think you will have some problems with alignment and so on and stuff like that.
I found, for example, if you import it and you don't have an idea how you want to implement something, it's a great start to get some idea and start to implement something. But just to rely on Adobe XD plugin, I think it's still a little bit too much.
Yeah. So because we have that gray 300 just in this area at the moment, I will create the constants directly in that file on top. Okay. Just that we find
Did you extract it or not?
I extract that, yep. And the same thing I do with this.
Okay.
Gray 100. It's maybe not the best solution because we have already a gray 100 and 300, but still. So, like that.
Okay.
And now what I want to do is creating a widget for that, because then we can reuse it everywhere, you know? So I would say the whole stack should be in the widget. The flexible spacebar is not part of that, right?
No.
So we will use the stack fit expanded. It could be that we have to change that depending on which widget this is, but at the moment we just keep it like that. So let's see if our Flutter outline is working.
Yeah, but I found a solution for that.
You found a solution?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
When you have it open, go just on a widget and go with the command B.
Okay.
Now you have it, and you just go back where you have been already, and now you have everything.
Oh, that. Is there a reason why this happens, or is it just a fantastic solution?
I found a solution.
Where did you find it? Was it in one of the speaks?
I don't know. No, that was not in Speak. I think I wrote some.
Ooh.
I read somewhere. If you just one time jump in a widget when you have it open, after that it works.
Okay, fantastic.
But I had always the same problem. So
thank you so much. That
it's
is
with
really
pleasure,
amazing.
Max. With pleasure.
Can aspect ratio be used for developing a responsive UI? Aspect ratio? I have no idea, to be honest.
I don't know.
Let's see. Aspect ratio. Flutter responsive. Let's see. According to different screen sizes, has someone can repeat our Flutter outline, please?
Flutter outline. What this window that you now open it?
What?
Go again to the IDE.
Yep, with pleasure.
Please.
Yeah.
Here, the Flutter outline.
So we have the Flutter outline on the right side, and sometimes you don't see anything inside. It's getting like complete gray and read only.
Yeah, it's just disable, and you get any widget there.
And Mahtab has the fantastic solution to jump just into the Flutter framework. For that, we make, in our case, we make Command B. And after that, if you're coming back, this one is enabled again. And you see all the different widgets that are visible inside of our widget tree, and you can just click through them and can work with that. So you see exactly, okay, under this stack there is a shimmer and a fade image, on top of it is a flexible spacebar, a stack, and so on and so forth. And
this is the best way, I like it, to extract the widget.
It's exactly, and this is what I wanted to show you actually. If I make a right click on here, I can just say extract widget.
Yeah. And give it a name.
Give it a name. So do you have a cool name for our new widget?
You want, this is the Shimmer widget? No.
Shimmer would be a bad name, I think, because,
what does happen is
loading
image?
Maybe Shimmer network image? Or Shimmer image? I think
should we stay with Shimmer, or should be something like loading network image?
Or lazy network image or something like that. But it's not really lazy.
Okay.
Let's call it lazy network image. I think I like that name.
Lazy network image.
Yeah.
But it's not really lazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Max. Yeah.
I like
you are
lazy.
The driver, so it's fine.
Fantastic. And with that is coding
no
stuck.
Coding stuck. It's not how it's working.
Okay.
Sometimes extracting widget won't work, but extracting method works. Why?
Most likely because you want to extract a method instead of a widget. So if you have down here a method, then you can extract that. That's a good question. I've never come to that problem, to be honest.
Me neither.
Okay, but now we have that widget, and as you see, it is in the same class and in the same file of the dashboard screen. This is usually not a good thing, right? Single responsibility and everything. So how can I select that? Here. Command X. So now we are ready. And I'm going to the project, and as you see, we have screen and we have widgets. Yeah. And because I think that image loading widget we will use all over the place in every location that we can find.
And this is actually a widget.
So what was our cool name?
Lazy network image.
Image.dart.
I think.
Oh, so I copy that inside here. Getting a lot of errors, which is perfectly fine. We import
material.
I import widgets in that case.
Really?
I only import what I need. So if I don't necessarily need network material, which is way bigger as a package, then I can reduce the amount of things that are here inside. Okay. It's not necessarily, maybe not that important, because later it's getting tree shaked anyway.
Okay.
Tree shaked means everything that is not needed is getting away.
It's happened automatically, or?
Yes, it's getting automatically, Okay. What is the extend image package? Should we take a look?
Can you complete it at first?
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Just we complete this one, and
And because the constants are just used inside of the lazy network image, I just put them on top of here for now. And what is the last thing? We have to import the constant file. Exactly. So how to get that? Here we go. And the last thing is to clean up the imports here. Like that. Like that. Perfect. And fixing the last error where we import the lazy network image. Okay. But now this would be bad, right? Still, we can just put everything inside and... Or should we take a look first in the extended image? I think
I'm want curious. To do that.
Yeah,
so extended image is again another Flutter package.
Yeah.
Which is a powerful official extension library of image, which support placeholder, failed state, cache network, zoom pan image, photo view, slide out page, editor, paint custom, etc.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it delivers even more options to the image itself.
Yeah, and it has really a high score of 99.
Okay, and 150 likes. So it seems that this problem is something that we are not the only one who has that with the lazy image and everything. So it is looking very promising, but now we take so much time to do that.
I think it's good, but maybe for the next image or something like that, we can use this one.
Yeah, but
extend
it has
image as network.
It has even retries if something goes wrong with the internet connection. It's pretty cool. So,
Max, scroll down. It's so cool.
Yeah, with that image here.
Yeah.
You know, I really like well documented things like this. As you can see, it is very big and largely documented, but I really hate it if it is in the front page. I don't know why they don't provide like a possibility like going to a documentation, like that you click on the API reference and you find everything that you need.
You actually have a table of contacts here.
Yeah, at least something, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that was always what I really don't like at provider package. If you go there, it's like one page, it's like read everything. It's all important. Okay. Thank you for the tip, Coding Start. I will take a look at for sure. It's very interesting to see and I'm very happy to have that. But now we have made so much effort with the lazy.
Yeah, I think
would be very sad if we would lose that option yet now.
For the next time, we can maybe use this one again.
Yeah. So what I will do is, because now we would always load exactly this image, right? This is not what we want.
Pass it somewhere else.
Yep. So what I will do is creating, again, a field. I think I could do that more intelligent, right? So select that once more. Keyboard. So selecting it, and here I can select this one. I didn't use that yet, but we will in the future most likely. That would be fantastic because freeze is fantastic. It's such a cool thing from Remy. We don't have to make that static lab completely.
It's just fine now.
Yeah. So. Okay. So we have a final image. In that case, it is a string, right? And what should we call the name? Image is maybe not the best name. URL would be maybe good, or
image URL.
Source or URL, yeah.
Image URL.
Okay.
Image URL.
Okay, let's keep it image URL.
I just realized you can Shimmer like circular loading widget by using Boolean. Okay, it's gonna be a best idea. Probably.
Probably. If you have an idea about it, just give us a hint how it works, and then we can try that. So, but
you should use your variable which you created.
Yes.
I think that.
Exactly. So here. But now, why is it not getting yellow? Usually my constructor is driving crazy. Because it's const. Or no, still not. Interesting. Usually it's getting...
But I think because you
has
provide the value for that.
It has a value. Yeah, absolutely
like
right. And now we add that part and we get a bit more clean here. So now it's crashing on the side where we use that here. And here inside we have the image URL where we pass that URL inside. Okay, so hot reload, checking out our emulator. And in the meantime, we can read the chat a little bit. So please use get package for state management because there are many features. That is true. It has a lot of features. It is very powerful. Like the same way how you use circular loading widget. Yes, exactly. I can do that, but I think I don't want to have a circular spinner down there, right?
I think in the first page in the dashboard screen is a little bit weird. Or if you want to select an image, it's gonna be something that you want to have a circular spinner, I would say. Or
yeah, what I can imagine is, or what I would like to have here instead of. So yeah, exactly. I think I know what he means. So instead of using everywhere a Shimmer package or Shimmer, we would create like a fully blown dialog or something that shows the loading indicator till all the images are there.
Yeah, okay.
And as soon as all images are there, that would be a good solution. But I have one problem with that. If I'm reloading that page and I'm a very fast user that that really ignores all the images, I don't need them because I know I want to go to the next page. I can directly click on it. And it works, you know?
Yeah, but if you have Shimmer as a parent
if we have something on top of it with a circular spinner, maybe we don't show all the elements in that meantime. So we would block the users from getting there where they want as fast as they want. Because they can work if the Shimmer is there. So I think at the moment the solution is pretty good.
But I have another thing.
Yeah?
Could you go to I can go also to the add recipe screen, and here in the recipe name, why we see directly the error message?
Because when we go back with the back button, we don't reset the state at the moment.
Okay.
If you remember, our state management is pretty rudimentary, I would say, so it's very clear. Or not clear. We don't have a clear function that brings all the Boolean values back to the initial value.
Okay, but we did the hot reload, or is it?
Oh, that's true.
We actually did hot reload, so if you go...
Oh, that's true. With that... because the auto-validation took place. That's why we didn't use the auto-validator in the first place. You remember? Because now, whenever I enter something, as soon as something is inside, it is happy. But if there is nothing inside, then we have a problem. What I also don't like... Can you see that the zoom is behind changing?
No.
There is if I click on that... text, the keyboard comes up, and the container behind is pushed up, and with that, everything is moving, right?
Yeah.
And I know a very cool solution to this problem.
Go for it.
Or it's maybe not the best solution, but I love it because it is like a very quick and easy fix, and this helps me always a lot.
And what's
in this scaffold, we have a parameter that's called resize to avoid bottom inset. And if we say they have false, and I will also do that for the other one, I think one of them is getting deprecated soonish. Then we should get the... If I click here inside, you see, it doesn't scroll anymore.
That's cool. But you can still scroll your screen, or not at all?
Exactly. This is you could scroll it, but I like this solution a little bit more because you close it anyway later and click on submit. I'm not sure how it works for the Apple guys. Yeah. We have to check that, but I really like that so that it don't jump so much around.
That was weird. And Mino said, but even you used auto validator, is use the initial state, you should not get error message.
Are you sure? Because we do.
Auto validator is use the initial state, you should not get error message.
Because the value that is inside.
Does it work in all orientations?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let's swap that around. And let's push it. Yep, it works in all orientations.
But in this orientation, it's a bit...
Here you can scroll because the whole size is a bit bigger.
Yeah, okay,
but still you would don't see the bottom two elements.
Yeah, okay, so...
This is the problem here. But at the end, it's still workable with. And I really like that. It's a good solution at the end to make a quick fix.
Yeah.
But of course, if you want to have a more sophisticated one, you really have to make more effort inside of it. But it's something I like because it solves a lot of problems and most users will never come to that place anyway or have there a problem with.
Yeah.
So now, what was the second thing? The auto-validator. Because the validation is true and we say that the value is empty, we get the problem here, I think.
Yes, the two properties are blank to scaffold.
Correct. So because we are checking against is empty, if we print here, for example, just validated, we can check when the validation happens for this part. And as you see, even though if I make a hot reload, and on the hot reload we will come back to the first page, right? And as soon as I'm clicking now on the button, it will automatically validate. Here we go. It's even validates twice. And that is because of the auto validator. If I remove that one and make a hot reload once more.
But isn't it weird?
Actually, no. I think that is exactly how it is intended. And now you can see it's empty. And what I can see, we have also an autofocus here inside. Maybe this is the problem. We jump right away into that text field.
Okay.
So maybe this is the problem. So I can immediately enter inside of that.
Yeah.
Inside of the if condition, use set state. No, you don't use set state in a validator. Or I don't use that usually. Because there is no reason for that. Because whatever you return is getting anyway inside of the set state. That's what a validator is for. So if you execute on the form, the validation method, you will also have the set state in part of that.
Under the hood.
Under the hood. So that's why you immediately get the set state here.
Okay.
On change, we don't have an on change. It is the validator here. As you can see, we used validator. This is not an on changed method. And use set state, I really don't think that is a good idea, but maybe you see that differently. Because it is a part of the form field validation, and I'm pretty sure that this is doing the set state in any case. So that's not what I would like to see.
And how about if it's have a look to see why is the focus? What was the name, Max? You said
the autofocus.
The autofocus
that's a good question. I don't know, but now it's working fine again. So if I jumping back and forth, okay. It's just if I make a hot reload and coming to the page, then it seems to run there. No, now it's still good. I don't know.
What did you change?
Huh? Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a cool thing. So if you remember, we have down here this, I just want to refresh maybe the knowledge about the form key. If we access this form key and validate against it here with the form key current state validate, we call all the different validators.
Yeah.
And if they return a string and not null, then the string will get anyway to the error message of the form field. So it will immediately be visible. We don't have to call the set state for that.
Okay.
Even though we do that here, but before we have this validation.
But this is on pressed method, so it's not in validator.
I set the auto validate back to false exactly to solve that problem with the bug, because I think it is exactly the problem that when as soon as we're jumping inside of it, we're getting immediately a red message there. Or do you think it's a small bug? I don't know. Did I miss something? It works now, or I can enter here something and everything is green. And if I submit, it's no error message anymore. And if I remove it and press again submit, we get both error messages.
Which is exactly what we want.
Cool. Okay. I would replace now all the different images with the lazy loading image. We have that now in place. So in the
we can do that.
In the primary screen, we just go to the dashboard screen here, and I will close the others, that we have a bit more space. And I will like to replace now all of them and make that a bit smaller. So, and what I will do is now searching for network. Nope, too easy.
Lazy.
We don't have any image here.
Should have some. Can you close this one?
Oh yeah, sure. Page route builder. Okay, then we have a tween. Oh, we have done really a lot here. And then we have a slide transition. Here we created that transition to the other page. Okay.
Yeah, but we have the categories. Categories as screen max should be.
Wave border card. I think that's the wave border card where we had the image inside. Yeah. The network image to the image URL. And if everything works well now, I can here enter lazy network image and give the image URL inside as a named parameter. Voila. And it's getting red because, okay, the image URL seems to be a dynamic. No, that's not true. What is happening?
Can be assigned to the parameter type image provider.
Image provider dynamic. This one is an image provider dynamic now. Ah, that's a decoration image.
Okay, the image can't be a lazy network image.
No, unfortunately not. Oops.
Huh?
So I think now we would have to change all of that stuff, however we did that, to create the illusion of having a background image. That would be with a stack, so that is not good. I don't like that.
No. We can't have any border on so forth and so far.
We could create it for the whole, for this whole wave border card. So that same behavior that we have, that with the shimmer effect and everything, also for the whole card. So that the text is also not showing and so on and so forth. So that we get that later.
Can you jump in the wave border card?
We are inside.
Yeah?
Yep, this is the wave border card at the moment. Is the extended image working for placeholders in backgrounds? I can't imagine, but let's have a look to say this works. Because that would be a decoration image in that case, right? So load state, zoom pen, editor, fold view, border radius, clear save, show paint, waterfall flow. Not really, no.
I would say it's fine, Max.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't solve our problem, right? So
we have
to fix that somehow. So what we could do is creating a stack for the whole thing, right? Again, and then have the image, or we have the whole wave border card as this shiver. So let's think about that. We would have a child and a shimmer inside, right? And then we would replace
Here we have also a stack, right? The stack and the container padding.
Yes, we have a stack, but we have the stack here. Why is it getting closed now again? No, they're not. Okay, so always on top. Right again. Perfect. Okay.
So here we have a stack and a stack container.
That happens because we want to have that image, that white border box here.
No, the container is the bottom container.
Yeah,
with the image inside that.
So what is this container for? It's just for the surrounding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the whole stack, right? So everything is inside of that stack. So this text is also on a stack. It is created for that. This text here and this white box is on top of the image.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So the first container is the image itself, and the second container is, or the second heading and everything is that.
Yeah, this is
And now the question is, should we create for this container just
a shimmer?
With a shimmer?
Right? But we can actually use this widget which we created.
Can we?
We can't.
Not yet. But let's have a look. Lazy network image, right? So this is that one. So if we take a look into it, we have currently that we have a shimmer, and after that we get a network image, right? Yeah.
So what we can do is to So we need again a container, and in the container, the child of the container should be this lazy image.
I think we should have a shimmer on bottom of that. So we have the container, and we have underneath, we have that shimmer thing again. And then we can say something like from color.
Okay.
I have to import it, sure. Comma.
Sorry, I missed a bit. Can I ask you what was the issue, if you don't mind? Yes, for sure.
Let's go.
The next thing that we would like to implement is for the slider image, we have now the shimmer effect. But what we want as next achieve is that we also get this shimmer effect for the recipe of the day image or for the category image and everything. And as Max said, if we implement the shimmer image or shimmer effect for the whole screen, the user can't access anything before everything is loaded. So it's a little bit not user friendly, I would say. Instead of that, we can create a widget, extra widget, which makes extracted already. And now we wanted to use that again. But as you can see, we can't use it because here we have a bunch of different widget which doesn't work. Oh no, because we have here decoration image, and the image parameter in decoration image doesn't accept the shimmer effect, right?
Sorry, I didn't listen.
Yeah,
so
I think you got it, Mino. I hope.
So what I will do in the meantime is creating another const for this wave border card here. That is the contain radius. I can remove this one. And what I will do is I create right now the container that has the decoration, box decoration. Ah, you wrote.
Yeah, I just wrote it, want to see. Yeah, okay.
And the border will be the, is it radius? No, it would be a weird name. The border radius is the radius? Yes, man.
Okay.
Perfect. So, and this is that part. Now we have the decoration image, which we don't need, right? Because this is just to give this shimmer effect here. And now, because of the width and the radius, that should work fine. Decoration image we don't need. The box shadow, I'm not sure about that. I will just add that for now. Can we... Wait, there could be a const here, right? So this is the shadow color. Don't we have a const for that already? Shadow? Box shadow, yeah. Let's have a look. Oh no, this is the whole shadow, this is not. What we need is the box shadow color.
The problem is that, wait, the image, try wrapping image with some other widget in decoration widget. If it works, then the shimmer should work. But the problem is that it doesn't work. For the image parameter of a decoration image, we can just provide, I think, asset image or network image and nothing else.
For what?
If you go to the decoration image.
Yes, that is here. Or here, better said.
Yeah, and here the image parameter. What is this image parameter? Yeah, this is an image provider, yeah. So we can't.
And unfortunately, this image is always a decoration image, which has to be a decoration image itself.
Okay,
so this is our problem.
That means we can't actually wrap the network image in any other widget.
Unfortunately, not.
Yeah.
No. But hey, let's check it out if this is working with our.
So Max did some stuff.
Yeah. So I just try to import the colors here. Gray 100 was the separate highlighted color. So let's check. This is gray 100.
Yeah.
Okay, and hot reload the whole thing. So we get something happens. This is something. But the problem is now this one is getting not faded, right? So what the problem is, it's not getting replaced.
Can you please explain what you did? Thank you for subscribing.
Yep. Hey. So what my idea was that we can put that shimmer underneath of it, right? Which happens and works very well, most likely.
Okay.
But we can't see it. The problem is with the box shadows. The box shadows have a bug in Flutter, or I don't know if it is a bug, but it is creating like a container underneath in a dark color. And this gets like in between the container, the shadow, and then we have the shimmer, so the shimmer is not visible.
Doesn't appear.
Exactly. So we need something that asks, can we so is this visible or is this visible? So unfortunately, this is also not a solution. Unfortunately, it's not.
Okay.
That's sad. There needs to be a good solution. I don't know yet.
How about Max? Can you please scroll down again?
What I want to do is just creating quickly a constant here. Another color. here. Cool. So what should I do?
Can you go back?
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to Your turn, Max.
Okay.
I wanted to see here something.
So while Mahtab is exploring the application, when we reload our application, we want to have the top bar, we have managed to make that image very beautiful with a loading spinner from that Shimmer application, right? With the Shimmer package. But the problem of that Shimmer package is that we want to use that with the help of a fade-in, what is the name? Fade-in animation of the image package that is basic from the Flutter part. The problem with that is, unfortunately, that it doesn't work as a decoration image, right? So because that fade image is not a decoration image. And now the problem is that we have to solve is somehow we have that decoration image and we want to make that possible. And Mahtab is trying something.
I just give a try. That we will this decoration image just oops.
You want to remove it?
No, I want just comment it out. Comment it out.
Okay, so we cut it out because
out like that.
Okay, that means just that image part here.
Yeah, no, with the decoration, Max, please.
The whole decoration?
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, it's right. You are right.
Okay.
Stay with that.
So I not reload. And you think that now it could be so we see the shimmer. Not too bad. The only problem that we have at the moment is that there is no... but we can change that quite easily, I think. Whoa. Hey, Kaushik, nice to see you. So many new subscribers. What is going on?
It's so good. Nice. We are happy. So actually, okay. I just replaced our decoration image with that.
It's a cool idea. I think that we could surround this lazy network image now with a box, with a container that takes this box decoration here.
So we have already a container.
But now we have a container and a container. Yeah,
we don't need another container.
So why is that now not taking the...
box decoration doesn't take place at all anymore now.
Yeah, but because that stack does weird stuff, I think.
What does Armin say? I don't know.
I think the whole subscription, it's the recognition thing that speaks. Round corner, use clip rect. Yeah, clip rect is a solution, but it's quite expensive.
I'm wondering why the decoration image, the decoration inside the container doesn't take place at all anymore.
I think it's the part of the FadeInImage now. As Coding Stark says, we should use the clip rect here, because the image itself is just ignoring the borders, the boundaries of the container. But if we know that already, because we have the shadow, so we need to do that, I think. I think that was flock. What is flock? Just kidding.
Just kidding.
What is fluke? No, I need to Google. Things that I don't know. It's a band. Perfect.
Flock.
Fluke.
Flock. Fluke. By chance.
Fluke Corporation. Network. Okay.
Maybe it's come something weird, Max. You shouldn't Google everything with community said. If something bad will come up. No, okay.
We get some weird pictures on the screen and not safe for work and so on. That means by chance. Okay.
Okay. So
but
back
cool,
to our
you
problem.
made that, and I have a good solution how we can fix that. At least I hope so. So it's we would create that with a clip rect. And the clip rect is cutting now our image on the different parts. Exactly. So we have the border radius. You can actually copy the border radius which we have in the container. Yeah, I just take the constant that we have. Okay. Now the only problem that I see, if you see the edge here, the shimmer underneath has still this part. And so maybe you should. Can you wrap the shimmer with the clip rect? I can try it, but I just don't know if the shimmer is, in the worst case, not an image, right? So shimmery. On the other hand, I think it can also cut. But this is not a really beautiful solution. I would still search for something else. And remove this clip rect, I don't think that will work, Mahtab, but we can do that. Do it just. Okay. Because clip
So
rect
now-
is actually for the performance really bad because it is very expensive, right?
Or we can maybe clip rect our stack, which is really crazy. Clip rect is expensive, the stack is expensive, and we are using everything.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice, guys? You learn a lot from us.
Oh, but yeah, that's right. What we could do is instead of clip rect everything, because we know, of course, that the parent is anyway clip rect, so that means that our
It's an
child.
expensive project. Yeah, it is.
That means that our child is anyway clip rect. So what we could do is instead of having this border radius here, we could clip rect the whole container. Clip rect
That's one more
R-
expensive.
R rect, and then we say blah blah blah, and giving here our border radius, which is radius.
It's an expensive project. What's the one more expensive add-on?
Yeah, we can adjust one more thing. Okay. Now we don't have any shadows anymore. That's sad. So the shadow is getting also cut.
Everything is
Damn.
cut. It's so bad.
No, that's pretty cool. That it works is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but I mean,
So we reduced our clip rect from 4 to at least 1, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So what I can do is wrapping the whole lazy network image in this clip R rect. And I'm going here and saying something like border radius
But
is
Max,
radius. Yeah.
if you wrap the lazy network image here with the clip rect, actually you can also wrap the stack in the clip.
Exactly.
lazy
This is
network
what we
image.
do. It's exactly that what we do.
So
The
why do
difference
you
is-
wrap it here?
Good question. Do you remember that we used the lazy network image somewhere else?
Yes. And it doesn't have any.
Exactly. We don't want to cut
Yeah,
that
okay,
one.
you're right.
So
Damn it.
actually, it was just luck that I saw it before you because I saw already that I cut it
Ah,
that
okay.
off, so I knew it.
So I didn't.
Okay,
yeah,
but yeah, so this is exactly the reason for that.
Mhm.
And we have clipped that rec, and now it looks good, right? We have to scroll. It is quite expensive.
Yeah.
And now, because you had a wish before we started with the whole project today,
Finally, we are going to explore the dev tool.
exactly, because we watched, of course, the talk about the new dev tool update.
Yeah.
And I have to install it in Android Studio. That's funky. And it's opening up weirdly.
No, you
on
don't
the
have.
Chrome browser. No, when I clicked it, you could see down here that there was something like installing dark dev
Ah, yeah,
tools.
okay.
So where I can do that? I think we can do it here.
Is it Chrome that you use or is it Mozilla? Ah, yeah, okay.
It's
That's
Chrome
fine.
in that case. So I make that a bit smaller. That we
I
have
don't
that
know
on
which
that.
Explorer will be supported at all.
I think Firefox will also be supported, but Chrome will be much faster, which mostly is the case with all the Flutter things at the moment. I think even web, right? Web is working more performant on a Chrome than on a Firefox at the moment.
Okay. So I think I
water.
need.
Oh, can you? Thank you, Mahtab. Okay. That's a good That's the good point when the music is running in the background. You know, if we don't talk so much, everyone can enjoy the music that is running.
Maybe it's more enjoyable then.
Yeah. So what do we see here? I think. Are you even interested in the dev tools? Have you worked with them already? Anyone?
Did you watch the talk between, which was I think in the second session from the Flutter Day between Flip and Kenzie, I think.
Kenzie is the name, yeah.
Kenzie is the name, if I'm not
cool.
wrong.
But what's amazing is now we can have here the debug paint and everything, which doesn't work that well at the moment. Do I have to go to an alpha version? I hope not. But what we can activate is, for example, the debug colors. So this is the same thing that we have in that. The debug paint is the same thing that we have in Android Studio, right? That you know already. But what I'm interested in is now when we have these expensive stacks and so on, do we really have a
performance
figure
issue
that out as an error? You're running in app in debug mode. Yep, that's true.
Okay.
So what I have to do is we have to go to the IntelliJ.
Okay.
Close that one off, and now we have to run that in the performance mode. And I think this is the profile mode. So if I click that, this is now Android Studio. If you have that for Visual Studio Code, you can also do it somehow. I don't know how, to be honest. And is not supported for emulators. Oh, that's set.
We need to
A real
real
device.
device.
Can we set that up?
Yeah,
Can you
actually,
do it?
I can use mine.
Okay, so take your time. In the meantime, I can talk a little bit about how we do that the next time, or I think.
Maybe we have first, Max.
Let's see. But that's cool. We have the
used
debugger here.
all.
Slots, exactly. You can put out the microphone, then we are quiet finally.
Or can you use?
It's okay, Mahtab. We do it next time. It's hard.
Okay.
Screen mirror the device. The problem is we don't have enough USB ports on our MacBook adapter.
What? I can try it, but you can see.
Yeah, so that won't help.
Doesn't help.
Well done, Mahtab. Okay.
So
Cool. It's a bit unfortunate yet, but let's see what we have else. Yeah, you know, MacBook and adapters, it's like, it looks already crazy, but if you would have more adapters, it's like never-ending story. What is Script?
what is that?
Script? Source pre? I don't know. Let's check.
Which one is it?
I don't know. GUI Script.
But Max, I told you, don't Google everything.
Yeah, but it's a full-fledged GUI integration, so it can't be bad.
Okay.
Oh, so it is an emulator that tries to separate a whole device, or how can I imagine that? How can I?
Oh,
Is a multi-platform ready to use GUI layer Android to PC screen more? It's just to mirror. If we would have now an Android device connected, we could mirror that on the screen so that we see both.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the tool that you showed me last time. I remember right now. That's why I knew exactly what it does. Thank you, Arvin. I don't forget your font thing that I have also to do still. So there's a lot of work everywhere.
So we will do that next time, but next time I'm driver, so
and what
I have the full control of everything.
Oh yeah, then you are again on top of it. What is Visa? Visa is a window to your Android, okay. So it's also a screen mirror. Control your Android, a desktop Chrome app compatible with all operating systems. So yeah, it's just a mirror again, I think. Oh.
So many cool tools.
Can you work Scrippy without a device? No, right?
You can mirror your phone on screen. Yeah, but we have to plug it. Huh?
I think so, with the USB.
Otherwise.
This application provides display and connected on USB. Okay, so that's all.
Wireless?
Wireless is working? Really?
Yeah. Just download and run.
Okay,
so go for it.
Scrippy? But here's it's telling me USB, so or over TCP. Okay, I didn't say anything. Where's my phone?
So it doesn't work with iOS now. It's just Android, right?
Yes. Okay, so Windows we don't have. We have Mac. Here we go.
The best thing would be if you don't have any juice. No, you have enough.
As we had ever any technical difficulties here.
No, never
in
ever.
that whole process. I mean, we can see us both in the screen, right? Everyone can watch us and talk with us. That is already so much better than in the first
it's so much improvement already.
We have music in the background. It's like in an elevator.
Yeah.
Do not disturb should be on. I hope nobody can see my phone number. So I put on do not disturb.
Thank you, Arvin, for the
outside.
hint.
I have so many crazy modifications. So, and now development mode, most likely, right? So, what I do is settings. Okay, it's still on, and
if you could just now do it in the faster speed, or the download action.
The problem is that I see here, how can I activate the development mode if it is not USB debugging? Can I also activate like something else here? Bluetooth HCI. web view implementation about in Chrome. Maybe this is working. Let's see. Okay, I need to connect it. Odin Stark has a YouTube icon. Love it.
So, Mike, do you know what we can also do?
No.
We can just unplug your keyboard.
What you can do is you can give me your multi-device, because I have on that side also some ports, and we have 8 ports. Can you give me yours? You don't have any more internet, but this is your problem. Fantastic. And then I need my USB drive, so cool.
Yours?
Well, it would be better. I haven't. We can also connect yours. I think let's go with an. I have a Mac, so it should be easier with an iPhone. Here we go.
Don't disturb. Yeah.
And now show everyone your phone number. Then.
Can you just at first
But now I think the Scrappy
open it
will
in
not.
other screen, and after that I don't know what's going on.
Will Scrappy work with iOS? I'm not sure, right? This is just for Android. So I'm sorry, Mahtab.
Yeah, go for it.
That will not work with your phone, and I need my device. Can you give me my port? The last 20 minutes we are wasting with connection problems of different kinds. I hope you have time. But it's cool to see how the Scrappy is working. Maybe I learned something today. That would be fantastic. I learned already a lot about the image
Yeah, I would say
loading
the same.
speeds and so on. That's really cool. So that's not what I want. For USB debugging. So I don't need Adobe XD yet. So let's see. That's this. Then I don't need the emulator, I hope. And we can just open up this Scrappy. Oh, it's getting really a lot of dependencies here.
So guys, I have some questions. Which talk did you find? Which talk was the most interesting talk for you? Which one was the most interesting? And I don't know.
From the Flutter days.
Yeah, from the Flutter days.
And in the meantime, they answer. I ask you, what was your favorite talk till now?
I liked the DevTool.
DevTools?
DevTool was really nice, and also the talk from yesterday afternoon from the WT, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, Woman Tech Maker, WTM.
Yeah.
With the Internet of Things implementation with Flutter, that was also pretty awesome.
Okay.
I love it. That's the problem with Macless Pros, yeah.
So run Scrappy. You need ADB, I have. Path, if you don't have it, I think I have it. I don't need that, so execute Scrappy. So man, can you help me with get application support directory issue if I have even used this package path provider?
Get application support directory? Okay.
Cool. I think I have really my screen mirror here.
Yeah.
So you see I have a lot of apps and now I can install stuff, right? So what happens if I go to the IntelliJ and I select now my mobile device, go to hey, this is working like a dream.
Sure, yeah.
Who had thought that? My device is currently in German. I think that could be an issue. On the other hand, yeah, you learn some German, it's also good.
Yeah, but we didn't support any multi-language.
That's true.
So
for the app, it's anyway a guy. But they can read my notifications, maybe.
What is the issue?
Get application support directory. It sounds like the problem from the Flutter package, because I think the path provider is not possible to use in desktop.
Okay.
So this get application support directory is one problem that is open in the GitHub issues.
Yeah, okay. So we can't also help.
Yeah, no,
Oh?
I think that was a pretty tough problem. He also asked me already in Discord, so I have that in mind. Okay, so running Gradle, we are running still, hopefully. Hey, this is the best website on earth, Arvid, I tell you. Okay, and here we see a lot. And interesting enough, up here we have already our frame rendering.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool, I think.
So that means now if you open the DevTool.
Okay, I will do that. Here we go. Disconnected. Connect to another. No, I have to close that one, I think. Go to IntelliJ, open that one up. And Taking that, going away. Here we go. The screen is disabled because the running profile build of your application. Okay, so we can't find the Flutter inspector because in the profile mode we have made a so-called tree shaking. So now the widgets are not the widgets that we know. They're looking completely different because it's getting all flattened to what is really necessary, and that is fantastic.
Okay.
So now we go into the performance or debug, and even in the performance tab, we can now record our screen, right? So I will do that right now and just play a bit around. I hope I can use that part here. No, I can't. I have to scroll here and press the plus sign. Wow, it's so smooth. Tipple something in, getting like noodles,
no image.
Going to the beef. I should do
no image.
No image, good point. Okay, and now we are here, we can submit, nothing happens, we're going back. And that's it for now.
Can also
and now we just
click on something. True. Wow.
And now we are clicking on stop here. And what happens now is we get the CPU information. And this is pretty rough because from my perspective, I don't understand a thing. How about you?
I think you can select on something and after that try to understand something.
So what I got from the talk is that we have here now the whole frames that are working, and we can now see all the different executions that happened on the screen. So we find all the different method calls. And if we would have now something that is very large, so for example, we would wait for a gigabyte of file to get downloaded or processed or something, we would find here, because the longer the task would take, the longer the bar is here.
Is it like that?
It is like that.
Okay.
So
can you go probably to the call tree and after bottom up?
Yeah, we can do. So call tree gives us all the methods that have been executed in the meantime.
And here you can see how many person does it take for different widgets,
how long
and
it takes,
methods
in general from all what we have waited. So if we are having, do we have any method on our part at the moment?
I think so.
What would be a function that we would have created? I am not sure. I think we don't really have some logic. It is all just rendering.
The UI.
It's even the. We didn't submit anything.
No.
Sad. Maybe this is something that we have to do in the future. But as you can see, we didn't do anything really, right? It's all native code that comes from...
look at that. And this is a method.
Exactly. And bottom up is now what was the largest time. And shows us that in the top, right? And so you can see even the largest one was just 500 milliseconds, which is still insane fast, right?
Really?
Faster than we can see.
I would like to know how much does this stack with rect and everything takes.
Muhammad, unfortunately I can't see links, so if you have a package, you just send me the name and I can look for it. So, and yes, you see now all the different performance things that happened, like detached and so on, and you see most of them are native, right? Painting is also native, it's coming from the Flutter stuff.
Okay, if you just scroll up and scroll up and just open one of the methods. This is, I think, the biggest one, right?
This is now the slowest one.
The slowest one, which is the biggest one that we have actually. Paint with context.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, okay.
But it's pretty cool to get at least some identification, especially we can up here also go to more granularity. Wow, what is wrong with my voice?
Granularity.
Thank you, Coding Stark. I was really happy to get invited by Flutter India. It was fantastic to be a part of the organization of the talks.
Of the speaker.
It's getting late. Okay. But as you can see, we have also memory, right? And here we can see directly if we get like memory leaks, for example. And that is also pretty fantastic. And we have the live feed now in that case. So if I'm doing something, for example, hitting the back button, you can see that the memory is actually doing something, which is pretty cool. So we can't see the screen at the moment, so I can go to the images.
No.
Sure, I can go. Why not?
No.
We don't see the image somewhere.
Okay. So, that's good.
It's just to see how the app is performing at the moment. So all that stuff is doing something. If I press something, even the animations, nothing is major. It's not getting red. It's not getting error prone.
So
or something.
even if we have an expensive project, it's still
with the stack and everything, it's still amazingly good.
It's amazing.
So now here we have the Android memory, right? Also in the different colors. And yeah, so it is still pretty good.
Yeah.
We don't.
And now I would like to see something else, Max. Can you go to Flutter Inspector?
Flutter Inspector.
Wow, what's going on here?
This is the real live logging.
Yeah, okay.
So if we print something, we would see that here in that area. Okay, Flutter Inspector, this one.
Why is it? Ah, yeah,
it's
okay.
Not, because, we have to go here and we have to close up the application.
Okay.
And then we have to start it in the debug mode again.
Okay.
And that should trigger or change that. Let's see. String something. I think about tonight to make some votes for the hackathon.
Yeah.
So I would like to sit down, make a little stream, maybe drink a beer, and while I'm doing this, just vote for the different projects.
Have you guys already voted for the different Hack20 projects?
There are so many amazing projects. Really, they did a really great job. It's really a joy to see how many stuff is being done there. So cool. So we see all that stuff, how it works and everything.
And now if you just go to the dev tool.
Yep. Let's see if it's still there. Reload, I think. Nope, this is not how it works, unfortunate. So here, and click on the dark map. And now here. So open up Chrome again. So now we have the dev tools.
Yes.
And what I loved in the view, I don't know if you want to go exactly there, but what I really appreciated was this layout explorer.
Yeah, I wanted actually.
Flex-based widgets. Okay, so we
row or column. Do we have anywhere a row or column?
If not, I will create quickly one.
No, actually, we should have it. It's for the different categories. We should have a.
So we have the dashboard screen here and the add recipe screen here, and here we have a column. Here we go.
Ah, perfect. Here you can just.
What can we do here? I selected that one now, but
I think you can just, for example, double click.
I think we can change the flexes here, right? So flex 0, make it loose, but nothing changed at the moment. With the custom app bar. Ah, this is just the part on the top here.
Oh, that thing should go out.
Nice, welcome back.
Don't you think that should go back?
Here?
Yeah.
Why should we go back? But the custom app bar is that top
everywhere.
part here, exactly. So we can, and then the next thing is the expanded. That would be the whole view underneath. So everything down here is the expanded widget. So this, if we give it a flex and also changing this one to another flex, maybe we can change it even more. No, that's a bit sad.
So how about this one?
Ah, you see the container behind is moving around. If we change the flex here, it's getting weird. So we can try a bit around, right? So we can have some ideas how the widget tree behaves if we do something. We have here another column, which is even further, which has a width on the left.
This had a text form field. Oh, okay. This is where we are at the moment, I think.
It would be great. Can we not see where we are at the moment? So like that. So paint baseline, debug banner.
Okay. So can you change something? Can we do this? The size box maybe here?
The size box? What is wrong with where is it coming from? This is this one, right?
Yeah, I think it's between the button and everything else, I thought at least.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything at the moment. Wait, no. Okay, and where comes this 150 width from?
I think... I don't know.
It's cool, we show you a tool that we don't understand. So we have a container inside, which is on top of that. Then we have a size box. And we have a column for that. And after that, we have a consumer with an app provider. You can see this is a provider package usage. And then we have the drop down. So this is that part.
And after that, we have again a size box. And after that is a container to select an image.
Correct. We can scroll inside of that column. Okay, cool. We're coming closer to it. So that means the first container contains our text form field here. So this would be that part here.
Yeah.
After that, we have the size box, which is this one. Then we are coming to the consumer app provider. Again to a size box, and then last but not least,
and you can also, I think, change the height and width of the difference, or?
The height and the width of the difference? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And this 150 width and this 150 width, if you see down here, the width is complete 300. The size box has no width.
No width.
It is just height.
Yeah.
And that's why we have this age 20 down here and the width of 0.
Yeah.
Okay, but we can change that here, you said? I don't know.
I don't know.
You thought so?
Yeah, I thought so.
At least not this way. Is there anything that I don't see? I don't think so. I think we can just change the column and the flexes in the different parts, not the hard-coded numbers here.
Yeah, okay.
So can we change that to maybe end? Yeah, but it doesn't change something for our application at the moment. Stretch? Nope.
Yeah, you should maybe select the container to do that, so that we can see something.
I think it is not part of the container. The container is something inside. We just can change the cross-axis alignment of the column on top of it. And I think here on that side, we should have also the possibility of the, how do you call it? Main axis alignment. Okay. And here we have, for example, space around. But why does it change anything? Yeah, it remembers me a lot at the HTML tools, right? So like we have in inspect elements and so on. So it helps you a lot.
It's really great. I like it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tool for at least for the different columns and so on to help you orientate them correctly and to get at least a glimpse how it could look.
I have the feeling you select the size box, or is it everything just for the color? In general.
It is only for the column that you have selected.
Because why doesn't change?
I don't know. Just because it is mean to us, I think. I really don't know. Maybe we have to restart the whole thing to do it possible.
Yeah.
What is that we don't have space on the right side? That's sad. Okay, so we have still a lot to do.
Yeah. But actually you can't... What do you want?
Yeah, okay. Muhammad has asking a question about a package for responsiveness. I can't see your package, Muhammad. You have to send me the name of the package without the link, because links can't be sent in our chat.
They will be blocked automatically from our tool, unfortunately.
From YouTube, I think.
It's from, yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So somewhat is not working correctly here at the moment. I don't know what the problem is actually.
But I think it's fine. We got a general idea of what's going on here.
Yeah. I think there is missing padding on the right side. I don't know why. It looks a bit weird.
Oh.
You see, we have a lot of things that we can work on in the next couple of months.
But Max, we should actually be able to change the padding in the dev tool.
Okay, so
I thought at least.
Have a look. Maybe you're right. Oops, that was wrong. Flutter screen util. Well, it sounds promising. Let's try it with Firefox in that case. Let's see what happens here.
Don't we have any?
And let's see the layout widgets again, and we select not the
column.
Dashboard. Yeah, sure. I have to go to the other screen. Here. Refresh tree. And now we have the dashboard. Make that small. And the add recipe screen.
And now the column. Max, we wanted to change the padding.
Geez, what is wrong? So the dashboard, and in the dashboard we have the custom scroll view, and I think the whole custom scroll view should be in a padding. Ah no, we have used the sliver padding for that. And the sliver padding seems that it has only one side, but even that is not visible.
Support it.
It doesn't visible here, unfortunate.
So,
even though that the sliver is part of it. So I will have a short excursus to the
Flutter screen unit.
Correct. Let's have a look. So from my unknowledge, I can see it has 268 likes, which is always a very good indicator for a package. We can see that the overall health is very good. And what I also would check is the dependings that it has. So, and it is depending on 10 things like responsive widgets, which is fair enough, Flutter pin code, Flutter easy, and so on and so forth, which sounds all pretty cool. For adapting screen and font size, let your UI display a reasonable layout on different screen sizes. I think that is pretty cool. Can I see something that I would not like? It has a single responsibility. It uses extension methods here, if I see that right. To the screen width. Okay, so you can set up the width on that and it will automatically try to adapt to it. And allow font scaling. It looks like a pretty mighty tool, Muhammad. I would like to try that, but it will take a lot of time, I think. With the width and so on, so you have the same extension method behavior like in Velocity X, for example.
Okay.
But it will just be for the screen utility, so it tries to push the font sizes in the right place and giving the containers the right sizes. Looks pretty interesting. Yeah, what was your
recommendation? Which was that? With the
last week?
Version? I think the was it the screen preview? Device preview was it? I think.
Device preview is just
but that was
for visible things.
Oh, we can see that.
Yeah.
But we used. What did we implement in our application?
Last time we did two different. We created a responsive widget that we could reuse with different screen sizes. Which is perfectly working for different responsiveness, and it's fair enough. I don't know if you need a package for that.
I'm also not sure. But yesterday, Nash gave also amazing talk about responsive design, which I would really recommend you guys if you are interested. Have a look. He has really great advice. Maybe it's gonna be also useful for you.
So, my last solution for today is, or the last thing that I want to do. As I can see here in the sliver padding, where I am at the moment, the links, Mahtab will send the link.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
On the way she is. So what I can see here is that we forgot in the sliver padding to have a right in that case. So I will, what is that anyway? This is not good, I think. So what we want to have here actually is not only, we want to have this one symmetrically, and the vertical thing, vertical is mobile screen, and then we give that part inside here. And then we can remove these two. Oh, I didn't know they are exactly the same. And this part is not left, this is horizontal. So, and if I'm right, and Scrappy is working well, you can see now that the padding is correct and set in the right place.
How did you fix it, Max? I missed it. Sorry.
Okay, to show you, I will just use the local history.
Yeah.
So we have here the local history of Android Studio. As I said, I'm a very big fan of IntelliJ and JetBrains, so I'm always telling this. And what we can do here is seeing the history that we have entered the last time. And what we had previous is top, bottom, which were exactly the same with 40 and 50 regarding to the mobile screen. And the left and the left part, which is regarding to the mobile screen, and to 20 and 30.
Did we have deleted or?
We didn't had it for the right. I don't know why. And what I did to make it more readable, instead of having an only here, I used the symmetric for vertical and horizontal.
Perfect. Makes sense.
Fantastic. Cool. So, but this is our last thing for today. And what I will do before we are finished, sorry Mahtab, because it's important, we have to commit, right?
Yes.
So this is our 5th session already.
Yeah.
And we didn't even make it possible to save anything on our background.
Yeah,
No,
but we will come to it.
SQL flight, nothing. So you see, we are coming slowly towards a better solution here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a second part here. So what you can see additionally is I have a code analysis running to see some of the problems that the good old IntelliJ shows me directly. And now we commit.
Amazing. So in the meanwhile, I will answer some questions. Welcome back. Coding start. And when is the next live? I think Max would like to do another live stream today.
Correct. I would like to live stream tonight or at 8 o'clock or something in CST. I would like to vote for some of the packages in Flutter Hackathon. This will be more like a fun session, and we'll drink a beer and be just relaxed with you guys, have some chat.
If you are interested,
exactly.
Come and join him, support Max.
Yes, and vote with me.
Yeah. And
it's 5 p.m. at the moment here. It will be in 3 hours, most likely. We'll just sit a bit around and talk.
And our next session gonna be next week. Before that, a Saturday probably with
Saturday I will do the next stream, and then the next stream for where we have the app. We thought about it to bring another session inside the week.
What do you think, guys? Do we need another session live coding for our Save Recipe app? Yeah. Or is it just one session enough?
Once a week is happy for you, or do you want to have more of this format where we work together on the project?
We thought about maybe to do that 2 times. Show. You can just click show.
But
I don't know.
No,
do you want?
I don't want to show his.
Do you want really to post your email address?
Okay.
Yeah.
Post each other. I can't hold them back. But yeah, do whatever you want. Cool. Exactly. So if you are interested in another, okay, I will do that later. If you're interested in a second part. Have we had already a responsive session? I think we did it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. How we implement the responsiveness in our application.
Yeah, at least as we tried. I think that was a horrible session where everything went wrong. But like always. So if we take a look, coding, Flutter explained. Let's see.
Oh, okay. The undertitle of our thumbnail.
Yeah.
Should be.
I think I changed that or not.
Did you?
Yeah. So. Oh, I didn't. I had the wrong.
We have to change it.
That's the problem. It's always the. That's bad. So this is this one, I think.
Yeah, the first responsive app design that you can see in our videos.
I will add that here. So that was a problem on my side. We just reused the same thumbnail. Maybe we should really update them. Yeah. Sorry for that. But cool. So we have that in place. This works.
You guys said 2 sessions in a week, so let's see.
Okay, so 2.
We will do our best, and we will. I don't know. We don't know at the moment when gonna be the next session. Yep. But if we can't plan, anyone this week, it's gonna be next Wednesday again at 3 o'clock German time or CEST.
Exactly.
CEST.
And coding start. Yes, we will do that for the live coding. It's still a bit ongoing because we are not so good with the live streaming yet. We are still working on that. But if you have a very cool design that we can use, go for it.
Go for it.
Fantastic.
We would be more than happy. Yeah.
All right. So thank you everyone for watching this episode.
That was again great with you guys. Thank you for joining us. We had a lot of fun. Yeah. And now take care of yourself.
And enjoy the rest of your week. See you guys.
See you later.